Hello there! You're listening to the Pinoy MCU Fan, a bunk collective Filipino podcast where I get to talk about everything and anything Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm your host, Jim. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Pinoy MCU Fan podcast! Hi everyone!
Hi guys.
Yes, as you guys can tell, it's me, your full time host, Jim, and I am with.
So I'm with it's me, the part-time guest,
Part
Jerry.
time co host.
Oh, part-time co-host, part-time guest co-host.
Full time guest. Part time
Yeah,
co host.
it's me.
Yeah.
Hi, the part-time co-host.
It's
It's
me.
me.
Anyway, anyway, for this episode, as you guys can tell by the title is Volume 3, I Am Groot. If you guys don't speak Groot, what we just said is that I am Groot. We're going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So, can you do it in like Vin Diesel voice?
No.
You're not gonna at least try? Oh my god.
I am Groot.
I
I
am
can
Groot.
I can
Yo,
do it
soy Groot.
deep enough.
Ako si Groot. Ako si Groot.
I'm Groot. Ang lalim kasi.
Nung lumabas yung yung mga behind the scenes ng Guardians of the Galaxy. Ay, meron yung kay Vin Diesel na siya din yung nag-dub
Oh.
sa ibang languages. I am Groot. Yo soy Groot. Parang kay pag Korean.
Oh, ano?
Nanon Groot. Nanon Groot. Nanon Groot. Okay. Groot. Anyway, so last episode, ano ba yan last episode natin dalawa? We talked about Kang, right?
Yes.
And then at the end of that episode, we kind of like shared with everyone that while we were watching Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh yeah, we went IMAX too, right? We watched it in IMAX. Yung phone ni Jeril, ang daming notification. Like, magagalit na sana ako. Like, ang dami nitong notification, di ba? Tapos sabi mo, you had to silence your phone. Or, I mean, you have to,
Do not disturb.
oh,
I had to put it in do not disturb.
yeah, because there were a lot of, like, notification. Like, but we didn't see what it was. Kasi, di ba, syempre, umilaw lang yung iPhone. So, like,
Nagva-vibrate siya sa
oo,
upuan. So, legit
nagva-vibrate.
kala ko,
Importante. Charot.
kala ko awayin na ako eh.
Kalamawi. Low-key, I was about to like, who the fuck is messaging you? Oh my god. Kasi ako, I mean, I do get notifications on as well, but like, my phone is on Do Not Disturb all the time. I mean, the apps are turned off for notifications. So, I don't get that much notifs, But then, but yeah, and then turns out it's actually a bunch of reactions to our story, the Pinoy MCU fan story, because I did share that we're gonna be watching. Before we watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I actually posted on our Instagram account, and then I shared like story like, hey, we're gonna be watching it. I'm gonna be watching the Guardians on the screen for the first time, and yeah, got a lot of like reactions
It
in
blew
like,
up.
yeah, it blew up and like it felt really amazing because like that's like the first time. Actually, yeah, that was like to be honest, that's like the first time I've gotten so many messages
Feedback.
like that. Oo, feedback like lalo na kapag the moment that I watched the movie, like this day itself, you get what I mean? The first time that I actually got those many messages was last year actually, Multiverse of Madness. Wait, Multiverse of Madness was 2022, right?
Oo.
Yeah, so that's when I got a lot of messages, and then this is the second time I got so many messages. So that was
Mapapahamak pa ako.
munti ko pa siya mapahamak, but it was really fun.
Alam ko, tinanong mo ako nun eh.
Did I?
Oo, kasi nung pagka, parang start pa lang siya, nagkakaroon na ng notification. So sabi mo, sino yan? Ano yan? Talagang legit kailangan ko pang buksan yung phone. Parang kailangan ko pang ano yan, on yung phone para lang makita yung notifications.
Yeah. And then did you tell me what it was?
Sabi
I
ko,
don't remember.
Gags, yung ano ito yung Pinoy MCU, awayin mo pa sana ako.
Yeah, it was
Yung vibe ng boses niya, sabi niya, yan, ano yan?
in the middle of the fucking theater, in the middle of
Oo.
IMAX.
Kasi we share this, syempre, nag-share kami ng same armrest. Pero kasi ako usually, kapag maluwag naman, nilalagay ko siya dun sa hindi same side namin.
Oo.
Share, yung sinashare namin armrest kasi, minsan nandun yung drinks niya, ganun.
But it was full, yeah. The theater
Full
was
kasi,
full.
oo. So,
So we had
nilagay
to share yung gitna namin.
gitna. Kasi hindi ko
Oo.
malagay yung phone ko sa bag. So, nilagay ko siya
Yeah.
dun sa gitna. Tapos biglang, dun nag-vibrate. Vibrate yung vibrate. So, hindi lang ako nakaramdam. Naramdaman din niya.
Naramdaman ko din.
So doon na siya. I mean, hindi naman namin sinasabi na huwag yung gawin yun. Pero just a heads up lang. Charot.
Uy, gagi. Baka mahuli yung mga nagtata. Uy, charot. Ay, ay. Pero, yeah. Anyway, we had a lot of messages. So, after nun, when we ate out, did we? Yeah, after the movie, when we were like trying to like, the vibes of the movie, we were kind of like recover from that. So, we read the messages that you guys sent. And of course, as a Pinoy MCU fan, I replied, of course. And then we figured that, hey, we should probably read these on the show because it's pretty awesome. And I had so much fun watching the movie. And then I had so much fun interacting and talking with you guys. So, we're going to be reading, okay, the messages now. And I'm going to start off by reading a message from Paulo. Oh yeah. By the way, all of these messages are from Instagram because dun ako super active. Yeah. So, yung mga notifs na nakukuha niya is from Instagram. So, aside from a bunch of like, the liking the stories, ito yung mga messages that we got. So, the first one is from Paulo. And then I shared nga earlier that I posted a story saying that this is the first time I'm watching Guardians on the big screen. And then Paulo replied, where did you watch volume 1 and 2? So, I'm like, ayun. If you guys are also wondering, I'm not sure if I shared this before, but I'm gonna share it now. Like during college, kasi I didn't have money yet to go to the movies, and then of course it was like a big change of my life, like going to college. So I wasn't really tuning in to the MCU as I do now. So habol-habol lang din ako sa MCU dati. But then when I got Netflix, nandun yung volume 1 and volume 2. And that's where I started watching, dun ako naghabol uli. Cause, and then, I don't know, the first time I watched like volume 1 and volume 2, I was really happy because it was the moment after I just binge watched the whole, wait, not The Office. Sorry, wrong guy, wrong sitcom. Parks and Recreation. So we all know Andy from Parks and Recreation is actually Chris Pratt. And then there's this moment in Parks and Recreation wherein the cast went to London. And the reason why they went to London is for Chris Pratt. Because Chris Pratt was filming Guardians of the Galaxy there, which is amazing. So it was like it really I feel like that's like a very much deserved, for the cast and also for Chris Pratt for Parks and Recreation to do that for him, And also honestly one of the best episodes came from that trip, So in a sense, thank you MCU for giving us that very cool season and episodes of Parks and Recreation. And so I guess in a way I have this not weird connection, but like since kilala ko na nga kasi si Chris Pratt before, so it was really great to see the transformation that he has. And yeah, I don't know, napashare tuloy ako. But yeah, ikaw, what was the first time that you watch The Guardians?
Kailan ba yung volume 1?
Actually, oh my god, I don't remember, but I think it was like 2015. I think so.
Volume 1? Well, nakalimutan ko saan ako nanood ng volume 1. 2014.
Ay, was it? Oh my god. No way. Was it 2014 or for real? Oh yeah, it was 2014.
So, kung 2014...
We were still in high school.
Yeah, napanood ko siya. Pero, in IMAX before. Sa Mega Mall.
You shit, we dated in high school and you didn't even invite me?
Sa mga family ko noon.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
Kasi,
when people are dating in high school, nahihiya pa ipakilala sa pamilya. Okay.
So, para ano lang yun, parang treat ata ng grandfather ko nun. So, parang bonding-bonding namin yun. So, labas kami nun, nanood kami sa IMAX. Eh, alam ko talaga Mega Mall yun eh. Pero dati kasi we usually watch sa MOA, MOA and then
Yeah.
Mega, or Mega Mall. So, alam ko Mega Mall yan. Tanda ko yung itsura. Alam ko rin IMAX. So, yun. Yun yung first time kong mapanood yung Volume 1. Yung Volume 2 ata, I think, hinintay ko lang siya.
And then you just watch it on Netflix too?
Alam ko sa Netflix actually hindi. Alam ko
Nagano ka?
nagpirata tayo. Ay di, meron kasing yung mga friends namin nung high school,
Nagto-torrent.
nakakakuha sila ng nagto-torrent sila.
Uh,
So, meron
Torrent
silang
Kings.
copies.
Yeah.
So, sa kanila lang humihingi. So, parang doon ko ata napanood yung Volume 2.
Yeah. Oh my god, if Disney Plus is listening to this episode, that was a joke. Pero yeah, if may moment talaga sa MCU na yung dati lahat talaga nasa Netflix. Umabot pa nga ng late, actually umabot pa Infinity War sa Netflix. Kasi wala pang Disney
Oo,
Plus noon.
umabot.
Oo. Pero
I
nung
mean, may Disney Plus na, pero
No, wala
starting,
pa.
parang starting pa lang ata sila. Wala pa masyadong,
Parang
mga
wala
ano
pa.
pa lang. Alam ko mga series lang. Like, mga cartoon series nila, blah, blah, blah. Alam ko, yun lang yung ano ko tapos biglang napansin ko na sa Netflix, dahan-dahang nawawala na yung mga Marvel movies. Like, ang pinaka nahuli natira is Far From Home.
Yeah. Pinanahon din natira is Spider-Man movies. And
Oo.
then there was like a moment that MCU Spider-Man was nawala sa
Mm,
Netflix. And then they had to bring him back. And then, I think now all of the Spider-Mans are now in
Disney
Disney
Plus.
Plus. Yeah. So, ito nga na naman yung magulong ang contract ng Sony. So, yeah. Anyway, and then, nagchikahan na kami ni Paolo nito na, yeah, ito yung first time ko talaga makita yung Guardians on the big screen. And then we also shared our first MCU film, which I know if you guys are like avid listeners of this podcast, I watched Iron Man in theaters when I
Mm.
was young, but it wasn't really until Avengers that I was like, oh my god, like I should start giving a fuck about this. Parang ganun. So, yeah. And then I have another message that I will be reading. Actually, this is from Chad. He's one of the first people that I
Mhm.
made friends with on my Instagram account when I started the Pinoy MC Fan podcast. And he also listens to the podcast. So sometimes we chat a lot. And actually, nabudol ko talaga si Chad. Nabudol ko si Chad na manood on IMAX for Volume 3. And I actually saw his stories na, kasi he chatted me like, kamusta yung IMAX? Was it great? And like, I told him about yung eyeglasses natin, Jeril. Like, we didn't really want to watch IMAX at first because,
Actually, ikaw yung may
Oh,
ayaw
me.
eh.
Okay, that was me. Ayoko manood ng IMAX at first because kaysa kasalamin kami. And I'm like, paano
Mm.
magkakasya yung IMAX salamin? Blah, 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 blah. Well, nagkasya naman siya. I was just being maarte. Pero hindi, nagkasya naman siya and it was like super great experience. So I told him like, hey, you should totally do it. It's very, very worth it for Guardians of the Galaxy na mag-IMAX. And then he told me after he went is that it was so good. It made me want to watch the first two Guardians of the Galaxy films. Pero this one is really a redemption. Ang galing ni James Gunn. Walang tapon. I'm like, yes, I totally agree. And I'm glad that he really enjoyed watching IMAX because we shared in the last episode that iba talaga yung experience. Para kang na-miss ko yung mga rides sa Disneyland. Like, yung
Mm.
sa Universal Studios na naka 3D glasses ka tapos you're on a ride and then the ride is like shaking you up and down. But the thing is with IMAX, of course, you're in a movie. It's just a 3D movie. It's just the visuals make you move itself, which is amazing. And it feels good. And honestly, I was like
Mas maganda
imagining.
rin yung sounds ng
Oh,
IMAX.
yeah.
Iba talaga. Mas immersive.
Yes. Yes. And that's perfect too because this is a James Gunn movie and we all know how big soundtracks are for Guardians of the Galaxy. So it was a really great experience and I'm so glad that Chad had an amazing time. And if I remember correctly, he also shared that this was the first time he went to the movies alone or the first time he went to IMAX alone. I'm like, dude, it's very, very worth it. And I'm so glad. I'm really glad that he had fun. And I hope you guys, if meron pa ring time, it's still June. It's just June. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this episode is gonna,
Available pa.
available pa yun sa IMAX for sure. So, please go and check it out. And, yeah, alam mo yung mga oh my God, lalo na yung fight scene sa
True.
oh my God. And then we were in fucking 3D. Bitch, that was so good. Like, ina-imagine ko na, oh my God, what if gawin nila talaga tong Disney ride, ano? Lalo na yung current rides sa Avengers Campus are all, I believe it's Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Merong, I think,
Ata.
yeah, ata. Yeah, basta, meron din sa Epcot, I believe, na Guardians of the Galaxy ride. Basta pag Marvel ride, iisipin mo, Guardians of the Galaxy nasa Disneyland. And I'm like, shit, this is the closest thing that I'm gonna experience, which is watching Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 on IMAX. And yeah, it's great. What do you think of the IMAX, bro?
Ako talaga, ever since parang every Marvel film, talagang prefer ko IMAX.
Wow.
Kaya,
That's when you know that this bitch has money.
uy,
Wow, ganun.
gago.
Uy, mapera siya. Charot. Mapera siya. Lagi siyang... Aren't we like 30 movies in? And he watched all of them in IMAX. Charot. Hindi, pero alam ko... Di ba, Cheryl, you also watched Infinity War and Endgame on IMAX?
Oo, talagang premiere noon. So, nagkayayaan yung kami mga high school friends na, let's watch Infinity War, Endgame. So, talagang planado namin na yun. Like, a week before, dun nagkayayaan na kami. So, parang, ang hindi ko lang ata napanood ng IMAX is yung unang Iron Man.
Yeah, because that's where everything started. Oh, that's when everything started.
Para, oo. Tapos, kasi parang family bonding, blah, blah, blah. So, talagang naging quote-unquote ritual na namin. Tradition,
Yeah.
na manood ng IMAX. So, nung ini-invite ko si Jim mag-IMAX, nung sabi niya ayaw niya, parang, sasabihan ko naman siya na it's worth it. Parang na-invite kita mag-IMAX sa Wakanda Forever eh.
Yeah, and you know the reason why? Because of Namor. Like, oh my
Tapos,
God, changed my life. But, yeah.
pero worth it pa rin siya. Kasi
Worth it, yeah.
kahit hindi IMAX, like, kasi may mga movies talaga na
Hindi siya film for IMAX.
Film for IMAX. May mga movies na hindi. So, kahit hindi siya, if ever, hindi siya film for IMAX, ang habol ko usually kasi dun is yung clearer visuals, saka yung immersive yung sound. So, talagang checks all the boxes sa kapag IMAX. So, I mean, it's kind of pricey. I mean, nagmahal siya. Nagmahal siya from before. Pero, lalo na yung Volume 3.
Magkano ba? 800, yeah? Was it?
600.
Ay, okay, 600. So, but inisip ko 800. But it comes with water and chicken nuggets.
May free food naman. May chicken nuggets.
Yeah, but then we were kind of late to the show.
Pero guys,
so,
kung kukuha kayo ng IMAX, kunin nyo na
kunin
before
nyo
the
na.
show starts kasi baka
Oo,
hindi
mahaba
na pumayag
pila.
hindi,
Ay, yung food
baka
ba?
hindi pumayag yung food. Kunin nyo na yung food kasi baka hindi pumayag yung dun sa food counter.
Na
Kasi,
ikukunin after the show.
Oo, kasi baka sabihin na dumoble.
Yeah.
Kasi mahirap na.
Which is weird though, because when we watched Wakanda Forever on sa Mega Mall, they gave us the food as we enter. But then in this one, they wanted us to wait in line, and I'm like, why are we gonna wait in line? Like, it's so long, and everyone's getting popcorn, and I'm just getting my free food. You know what I mean? So I feel like they're just gonna work on that. Yeah.
Diba siguro kasi yung parang pag-manage sa Mega Mall kasi tayo nanood ng
Wakanda Forever. Yeah.
Sa Aura kasi parang talaga maliit
lang din sa Aura.
Masyadong maliit talaga yung sa Aura na
But it's pretty
nila dun.
okay, honestly. It's just okay.
Ay, actually parang same nga, no?
Also, I know that it's kind of pricey. That's why I kind of don't tell people to watch IMAX every time. But this one is immersive
IMAX
talaga.
worthy.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is very immersive. So it's like super worth it na i-IMAX mo. Kasi I don't think like some of the scenes would get that emotional. I mean, it's an emotional movie, but like it makes everything 10 times more emotional with like IMAX 3D. Oh my God, like every time Baby Rocket comes on the screen, I'm like
Ang
Cause like
cute niya.
everything is like so close to your face, and I'm like he's
Oo.
looking at me, and it was like it was really worth it. And sabi nga ni Chad in our messages, he said, galing ni James Gunn. So yeah, James Gunn really did. He really did great in this one. And I know that he's going to DC now, which is I hope that he does great there. Cause I watched Peacemaker and that was great. Although I'm not sure kung siya nagsulat ng Suicide Squad. Siya ba? I
Hindi
don't
ko alam.
know, but he directed it, and it was okay. I mean, the directing is okay, but the actual story is kind of I don't know. I feel like there's too much happening for Suicide Squad. But then I realized that's also the case for Guardians of the Galaxy. A lot of it is happening, but it works. I don't know how it works for Guardians of the Galaxy, but then for Suicide Squad it wasn't working. I don't know
Mm.
why. But yeah, it's great. Peacemaker was great too. That one is great. That really delighted me, and I'm like, shit, this is really a James Gunn movie because it kind of reminds me of Guardians, but no, but I mean, it reminded me of the Guardians formula. So
Mm.
it was really great. And also, like, half the people in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 are actually from Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. So I think that's very great. And actually, hindi ko namukaan. Hindi ko masyado naalala si High Evolutionary na siya yung isa sa mga tao sa Peacemaker. Probably because I watched Peacemaker while I was working, so I wasn't really looking at the film the whole time. I mean, the series the whole time. I was like, I'm listening, but my eyes are not straight to the series. You know what I mean? Because I'm working. But yeah, I kind of want to say the spoiler for Peacemaker, but I'm not gonna, because this is not a DC podcast, and I'm not really a DC girl, but you know what I mean. And yeah, I hope that he does great in DC. Maybe that's gotta be one of the reasons that I might start watching DC. But yeah, walang tapon. I mean, for me ha. And for me, I kind of agree with Chad that wala tapon talaga ang Volume 3 for me. It's such a great closure talaga.
Actually, yeah, very worth it. Wala talagang anything wasted kahit sabi mo mahal yung IMAX. Worth it na worth it.
Yeah, lalo na for Volume 3 talaga.
Mm. So, we have Hannah from Radio Katipunan. So, she said na she cried almost as hard as Endgame. I mean, yeah, personally, yes. Talagang, it would, it would ball your eyes out talaga dito sa movie. Very emotional talaga siya. Like, it's an emotional roller coaster. Every time, kasi ang ganda ng pagkagawa talaga. Papakita si Rocket and then, yung baby Rocket face, talagang pinagdaanan niya. And then, ikakat dun sa current na nangyayari. So, parang, binibuild up niya yung emotions mo. Also, she said na Rocket wasn't her favorite. Pero, like, she liked him. Never thought she'd be emotional over him. Like, yeah, that's true as well. Kasi parang, when you look at Rocket, lalo na dun sa first volume, una kong tingin kay Rocket, like, ano lang siya, experiment gone wrong. parang Hulk lang. Parang siya lang si Hulk na mutated, blah, blah, blah. So,
Wait,
parang yun yung unang tingin ko sa kanya. Ganun yung vibe niya. So, parang,
like before knowing what
oh,
he is. Oo, parang
hindi siya, parang,
mutated. Oo.
hindi siya experiment,
Oo.
failed experiment. So, parang sabi ko, this dude won't die, ganun. Kasi parang, battle ready siya lagi. So, parang, he's ready for anything. So, yun. And then, it was a proper love letter to Marvel fans daw, sabi ni Hannah. And then yes, it is. Talagang very touching talaga yung nangyari. Very emotional. So, yun lang.
Yeah, and by the way, Hannah is also we actually did an episode sa Chill Talks podcast last year. So, kami nila Hannah yung guest last year. And then, we have this message from Matt of the Offbeat podcast, who is also a fellow bunkmate. Kasi yung podcast namin are part of Bunk Collective. And also, kasama din namin si Matt dun sa Chill Talks episode last year. And he said, I cried too. It was great. It was a great movie. There were flaws, but damn, was it a throwback to old MCU. I do. I'm so glad that a lot of people were replying to me saying that they cried as well, which is great. And he did mention that there were some flaws, but I didn't ask him to elaborate because I was like too deep into my feelings. Like, sorry na Matt. But yeah, honestly, at this point, I'm gonna be real, Matt. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be real. I don't see any flaws in it yet. Yet I said yet, cause
One time pala, first time mo lang na-watch.
yeah,
Like, one time pa lang.
first time ko pa lang naman siya na watch, and I don't think, and I did rewatch it, okay, but like in other means necessary, I rewatched it. I'm not gonna share. DM me for link. Charot! Ay! Joke lang. But, but yeah, I watched it on IMAX and then I rewatched it again a bunch of times. And for me, yeah, I still don't quite find any flaws in it. I feel like if there was a flaw, I feel like we can like explain what the flaw was, you know what I mean?
Mm.
But yeah, I do agree that it's very much a throwback to the old MCU. And I don't know what Matt was like pertaining to, but I feel like for me it's a throwback to old MCU because it was its own standalone movie and it really connected its own trilogy. Like yung story nila from Volume 1, Volume 2, Infinity War, and Endgame. Importante rin yung dalawang yon. Importante yung
Mm.
Avengers film, ha?
Kailangan talaga siyang kasama.
Oo, kasama
When
siya.
watching
Rewatching,
Guardians
rewatching
of the
Guardians of the
Galaxy.
Galaxy. Kasi makikita mo din talaga dun yung feeling ko, ayun yung pinakamadali.
Character development.
Oo, dun talaga sobrang
Mm-mm.
laking curve sa character development nila. That happened in Infinity War and Endgame. So, it's really important to understand those two. Pero ang maganda rin dito kasi, it's not really the plotline was not part of the bigger MCU na, where we're heading right now, which is the multiverse saga. The only one that we have is yun nga alam ko sinabi rin natin to kasi multiverse talk. So, binanggit na din natin to sa Kang episode na. The only multiverse saga thing that we have in Volume 3 is the fact that variants can live in a different timeline. Which we have with Gamora. So, 2014 timeline, Gamora living in 2023, 24. Hindi ko na rin alam kung anong
25.
years. Ay, 2025 na.
Kasi 'di ba 2020 nangyari yung kailan ba yung Infinity War?
Isn't it like Infinity War was like 20... Was it 2019 or what?
2018. So plus 5 years.
Kasi I think the 2023 is
23
the
na.
blip. Dito, ngayon this year namatay si Iron Man. Tony Stark, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, the movie is like, 2024 kasi nagpasko, bes.
Mm.
So, it was 2024 in the film. In Volume 3. I believe, I think so. We didn't double check these dates. I'm so sorry because we didn't know that we're gonna be talking about it. But yeah, that's the only connection that we have to the multiverse. Kasi diba dati, ang alam natin, hindi pwede ang variants, tumira doon in MMA because of the TVA. But then with what happened in Loki, variants can now live. So that's really great for Gamora. And I feel like it's gonna be hard to talk about Gamora because we're gonna be talking about two different people,
Mm.
Now, we have another stuff from another reader. Reader? I mean, another message pala. Reader. But yeah.
So, we also have this message from the Feminist Progress podcast. So, nakakausap siya ni Jim a few times sa IG. Sorry,
Yeah.
namin. Ako lang
Not
pala
namin.
tumatanggap ng notif.
Oo, siya lang nag-update sa akin. Kasi nakapatay notifs ko. Oy, nag-chat na sa'yo. Nag-chat na siya. Nag-reply na.
Ako po yung taga-inform.
Tapos ako yung magre-reply.
So, ang sabi niya is, the end of an era, I missed yung ganitong feeling while watching an MCU film. Wakanda Forever being the exception.
Yeah, that's true. Because we also got the same feeling. Nireply ko nga kay the Feminist in Progress podcast is that, totoo, umiyak din kasi kami sa Wakanda Forever and then umiyak kami sa, Volume 3. But like, the difference is that,
very heartfelt. Ramdam mo talaga.
Pares silang heartfelt. But like, yung iyak mo sa Wakanda Forever is like, sad. But then, yung iyak dito sa Volume 3 is like, happy, sad. You know what I mean?
Ako, yung akin kasi, yung kay Rocket, talagang tagos talaga. Like, hanggang, parang, it broke your childhood for some
Yeah.
reason. Parang ganun kasi yung
Yeah, kasi
nangyari kay
childhood niya
Rocket.
din. Oo.
Mm.
Childhood, ano niyo din.
Kasi yung 'di ba yung pinapakita ko ano yung pinagdaanan ni Rocket.
Mm-mm.
So parang maalala mo yung pinagdaanan mo
Wait,
out
so
of
you
nowhere.
cried over Rocket? You didn't cry about the Guardians?
Disbanding?
Yeah, they're not disbanding, but they're changing course. You
Yeah,
didn't cry over
disbanding.
that? They're not disbanding. They're just, it's like NCT Dream. It's like
Disband tapos
NCT.
nag-reband,
I'm
may
sorry.
revival.
I'm using a K-pop reference, but I feel like it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like,
Hindi. Mas
is
naiyak
it?
talaga ako kay Rocket.
Yeah, see? That's why you didn't feel the happy, happy, sad. You're just
I mean,
sad, sad.
kasi yung sa Guardians, nung na-rebrand na sila, bago na yung members, parang hindi ko siya masyado na-absorb na emotionally. Kasi parang ang vibe niya is yung bagong Avengers, like a newer generation, parang papalit lang muna for now, in the meantime, pero like they're always on call, yung OG lineup, only OG group.
No Guardians.
Oo.
Yeah, so there's always gonna be there.
Oh, they're just there. Para nung sa ay hindi pala. Akala ko yung after Civil War, pero like active pa pala si Tony nun. Pero like,
Uh-uh.
'di ba active si Tony, pero umalis yung mga kumampi kay Cap.
Mm-hmm. They hid.
So
They
parang,
hid.
pero parang technically, ito muna yung Avengers, pero on call pa rin talaga si Cap anytime,
Mm-hmm.
anywhere. Nandun talaga siya ready to help. Parang ganun din yung feeling ko sa Guardians nung
Mm-hmm.
kaya
But they didn't left though. They just
they
filed
didn't.
they filed their leave of absence.
True. Mga corporate slave din yata sila eh.
Yeah. Like ano
Yun lang.
sila?
Pero kasi hindi ako masyadong emotionally sa Guardians.
Wala to.
I mean, marami silang pinagsamahan. Pero like, grabe kasi talaga yung
Kay Rocket.
yung kay Rocket, talagang doon na naubos.
Doon siya
I mean,
umiyak.
parang kasi yung feeling ko sa nila, parang na-reach na nila yung points ng lives nila na they're ready to take on the next step. Parang kailangan nila mag-isa ganun. So parang they need to find themselves.
Kind of like what Mantis said. This is the first time I'm gonna do what I want. Because I
Diba?
did what Ego wanted, and then I did what the Guardians wanted. Yeah.
So, yun nga, parang sabi ko, hindi siya sad. Parang, oh, that's good for them. Like, I'm happy for them. Pero hindi siya sa sad. Kasi parang at least now, alam na nila yung gusto nila talaga nilang gawin. Like yung kay Quill.
Yeah. He went home.
He went home. Like,
And he's gonna
yun
mow
naman talaga
his
yung gusto
lawn.
niya.
Yeah.
Yun naman talaga yung gusto niya in the first place na mangyari. Hindi niya lang magawa.
Mm-hmm.
So, at least ngayon, kaya niya nang gawin.
Yeah.
Diba?
Ayun nga rin sabi ni Feminist in Progress. She's like,
Mm-mm.
Volume 3 was about relief. It hit home lang how the ending was about people choosing to start over new. Which is
Kay
very
Jax talaga
true.
eh.
Yeah.
Kay Jax, medyo na-touch ako.
Na magiging
Kasi,
tatay siya.
hindi, naalala ko kasi yung origin story niya. Ewan ko, siya yung
Oo.
tinatanda ko.
Oo.
May daughter siya, may wife, killed by Thanos.
Mm-mm.
Killed by Gamora.
No, it was Ronan.
Maybe.
No,
Si
Ronan.
Si Ronan. Pero
On
alam
the orders of
Oo.
Thanos.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
So talagang alam ko yung niya. So sabi niya na, ay, doon sa part na, kasama yung mga children.
Mhm.
Tapos sabi ko, baka, may feeling na ako, sabi ko, magpapaiwan to si Jax. Kasi
Oo,
nabanggit
maging tatay
niya
siya.
na, I have a daughter. Parang gano'n sabi, okay. Ito na yung tatay yung father figure. Tapos back in nowhere. Talagang ramdam mo na yung vibe na that's his parang forte talaga.
Mm-mm.
Despite being Jax the Destroyer.
Mm-mm.
Talagang father figure talaga siya. Yun.
Anyway, for our last messages, I'm actually on this group chat with Esther and Martha from the 2 Cents podcast. Again, I also guested on their show last year. And of course, we talked about the MCU. So, Martha said, feel ko ang sama ko. Ito yung message. Feel ko ang sama ko kasi nung muntik mamatay si Quill, parang wala lang. Pero nung kay Rocket worried ako. Oh my God. Sabi niya, mamatay na si Star-Lord, wag lang si Rocket. Charot. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure Gerald feels the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kasi
like, wala siyang pake kay Quill. But then, me, I was ready to cry because I don't want Peter Quill to die. I don't want him gone in the fucking. I don't want him gone too. Like, we just got Rocket back. This bitch gonna die too. And I'm like, shit. And then his face started like fucking like getting big and swollen. I'm like, shit. I
Pangalawang beses na
actually,
yun, di ba?
yeah, that's the second time that he kind of died. Yeah.
Near-death experience.
Yeah, but like that's the nearest that he's ever been.
True.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck, what the hell? And yeah,
Kasi, parang, ano kasi, alam mo yun, pag may pet ka, you do everything for your pet. So, parang ganun yung vibe. So,
yeah.
sabi ko,
But if it's
sige,
a man,
as long as safe na si Rocket, kasi parang,
we're good. But if it's
kasi
a
parang,
man, we don't give a fuck. I'm kidding.
alam mo yung pag bata pa yung pet, like, pup, kunyari, sa aso,
Yeah.
puppy,
Like a puppy.
kitten, yun.
Yeah.
Pero mas mukha siyang puppy. So, alam mo yung pag puppy pa siya talaga, aww. Kasi yung
Oh.
feeling na kapag, kunyari, nagkasakit yung puppy mo,
Alaga-alaga.
alaga-alaga. So, parang, dun pala sabi ko, sige, okay.
Oh my god,
I,
when like
I can sacrifice
Rocket,
Quill.
you know the Rocket, like his head, like when he just got out of surgery, holy shit, and it was like shaking, and he's like, hurts. Holy shit! Oh my god.
Grabe yun.
I was like tearing up.
Grabe nanginig ako nun.
Like shit. Lalo na nakakanginig din yung parang part na pupunasan na siya ni Laila. And he was like shaking. Oh my god.
Akala ko nga para magano siya eh. Alam mo yung kapag kunya nasugatan ka, lalagyan mo siya either.
Mag-wince?
Oo, ng betadine or alcohol. Yung gaganong ka.
Mag-wince.
Oo. Ganun yung feeling ko. Sabi ko, parang mag-wince ata si Rocket pag sa pinunasan to ni Layla. Buti hindi. Kasi ako yung nag-wince.
Ikaw yung nag-wince. Kasi nanginginig siya eh. Tapos parang fresh na fresh yung ulo niya. Diba? Sabi nga ni ni Martha, kapag kay Rocket, wala na bang ibang way? Pero kapag si
Quill.
Kapag si Quill, isip niya daw, it is what it is.
True. Mood.
Diyos ko, mga walang ano. Pero speaking of Quill, Martha did say, oh my God, also, why am I shipping Quill and Nebula? Pero di deserve ni Quill si Nebula if ever. Sabi niyang ganon. Tapos sabi naman ni Esther, super awkward daw nung moment na yon. Which is true. True, it was super awkward. Si Gamora ba naman magsabi noon na tapos pinatulan pa ni Quill, parang tanga.
Awkward na awkward ako nun.
Kasi pinatulan ni Quill, doon ako nababadrip.
Pati ako na pa,
second hand embarrassment.
Na facepalm ako tiyatakpan ko yung mata ko eh. So,
like, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck, dude?
I've never noticed that your eyes are so black before or dark before. Like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Quill with the Riz!
Yeah, right? But when Gamora did say that, it actually kind of made sense. Because, I'm gonna be talking about this in the next episode. Where we gonna be really talking about the characters. Kasi this one, we're just talking about the movie, right? Pero, ang isa sa mga main na napansin ko sa Volume 3 is that nagbaliktad yung places ni Gamora and Nebula.
True.
Which makes sense because Gamora went through the whole arc already. And then Gamora was pulled not accidentally. She was pulled on purpose, but she stayed on her own. And also, I think, of course, there's no way of getting her back, But, there is, but, I feel like she didn't choose. Because there's nothing left for her there in 2014, right? So, her being here, she's going...
new life.
She's going through what Nebula was going through, So, that's really interesting for the both of them.
Pero parang makikita mo talaga, since wala naman sinabing origin talaga, saan nanggaling si Nebula. Kasi syempre, modified lang din. Para
what do you mean origin?
Kung saan nanggaling, kung paano dinekwat siya, ganun.
They didn't really talk about how she got... Pero she did say that she's from another timeline, yeah.
Pero makikita mo na very caring din siya. Sadyang yung mindset niya na change lang nung napunta na siya kay Thanos na very war specific. Kailangan battle ready, kailangan malakas ka sa ganyan. Diba?
Yeah.
Kasi napansin mo, ang alaga niya.
Oo.
Gulat
She's
ako
pretty strong.
Sabi ko sa lahat ng pwedeng mag-aalaga si ano pa, si Nebula.
Oo,
Like, hindi ko
oo.
talaga na-feel yung vibe na yun. Mas feel ko kay Gamora in the first place. Siguro dahil
That's the
mas,
thing.
mas may puso si Gamora.
That's the thing. That's why I think they switch places because
Oh.
she's going through that arc, Nebula. That's why she's so caring now. Because
Mm.
actually, she started caring in Iron Man. I mean to Tony Stark in Endgame
Ay,
when they
oo.
were together. So I was like,
Na-stranded siya.
that was, I don't know. It was also weird why she was nice to this guy, but then I feel like she understood what happened because she just lost Gamora, and then she lost the rest of the Guardians,
So,
and then
parang siya na lang
Rocket,
natira.
and then Rocket is also on Earth. I mean
Oo.
she probably didn't know that, but she's alone, and she's defeated, and this is the only guy that she's with. So I feel like naging
Fighting Thanos with.
fighting Thanos with. So, parang naging caring na lang din siya. Tapos, nagkataon na na-connect din siya kay Rocket. Yeah, it's really good for her. It's really good for her.
Yung character development talaga.
Mm-mm.
Parang si Nebula, feeling ko lang, parang siya yung character na kapag naiba ng pwesto, hindi mag-a-adapt. Si Gamora parang ang dali na influence eh.
Actually,
Feeling ko lang.
Ay, actually, oo, that's true.
Kasi 'di ba
Kasi,
napunta na siya sa Ravagers, biglang nandun na
oo,
siya.
tapos medyo feisty na siya. She's
Oo.
feisty. Pero
Feisty-er.
pero nung nasa Guardians siya, she was able to like, okay, we're a team. And then she adapted the teams, thing. Like, okay, we're
Mm.
friends. But with Ravagers, they're firstly, job first.
Kasi
So, very,
yung sa Endgame Nebula, talagang one goal lang siya eh.
Oo, kasi she was also on a mission, but she did it her
She
own
wants to
way.
prove
Kasi
herself.
kay Thanos, na
Mm.
bitch, I'm gonna kill you. Like, I can kill you myself. Kasi na-fix naman na yung relationship niya with Gamora at that point. But then,
Mm-mm.
she wasn't ready she was going through that, galit pa rin siya, syempre. Pero, from galit kay Gamora, napunta kay Thanos, yung galit. Di ba? Going back to the source. So, she was going through that.
Talagang one goal lang talaga siya. Tapos ngayon, tignan mo, very helpful.
Mm-mm. And I think Gamora
Ewan
is
na, parang mas
for
madaling ma-influence lang talaga.
2014 Gamora is also going through that, na parang bumalik na kay Thanos yung galit niya. Kasi nung una it's more like isn't it that in our Gamora parang she's just trying to stop Thanos, 'di ba? Patago.
Mm.
But then she got
Stop lang eh, stop.
stop lang. Pero kahit kasama niya na yung Guardians, she never went back to Thanos like, I'm gonna kill you. Ganon.
Mm.
'Di ba?
Pinaprevent niya rin na siya
Oo.
ma-capture and pinaprevent niya
Oo.
rin na may mangyari pa.
And it's not like she never really went to Thanos na galit, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Pero unlike Nebula na dumiretso kay Thanos kasi galit siya. Pero yung 2014 new timeline Gamora natin, nasa face siya ng galit siya kay Thanos. Even though patay na si Thanos. Kasi diba in Volume 3, she did say na, I barely escaped Thanos. Kahit wala naman na si Thanos, diba? So, she's going through that na alam niya na frustrate siya sa nangyari. Galit siya kay Thanos. And I bet it's very frustrating for her kasi wala na siyang magagawa dun sa galit niya kay Thanos kasi wala na nga si Thanos, if that makes sense. So,
yeah.
I think that's the reason why she's so feisty. That why does Nebula care so much about the Guardians? Why does everyone care so much about the Guardians? Why is everyone in Guardians care so much? So that's a very new thing for her. Because she never felt that. Kasi sabi mo nga, madali siya ma-influence. And we all know how Ravagers are. They're feisty too with each other. We saw that with Yondu, right?
Mm-mm.
With Yondu and the rest of the gang.
Baka the next Yondu na siya, no?
Hopefully not. She's not gonna go out and like do jobs with children. That's against the Ravager code. Diba? Kidnap kids. And
All
deliver
across
them.
the galaxy.
Yeah, and deliver them to a celestial. Psychopath. Celestial. So yeah, that's really great that I receive a message like that about Nebula and Quill. You know what's funny? It was kind of foreshadowed in the first scene. Like, hinaplos pa ni... And then, I'm like, hinaplos ni, Peter si Nebula, thinking that she's Gamora. I'm like, pinabayaan lang ni Nebula. But I think pinabayaan ni Nebula kasi he's drunk, he's like sick or whatever. Parang, dude, just, just have a rest. Take a rest.
To get this over with na lang.
Oh, just to get this over with. And like, damn.
So, ikaw, thoughts before watching? Ano yung thoughts natin before watching Volume 3?
Thoughts natin.
Ikaw muna.
Again, I don't watch the trailers or the marketing stuff. But I did double check myself and I actually did watch a teaser trailer and I watched the first official full trailer. So I only watched those two cuz everything after that are too close to the actual premiere. So watching the teaser trailer and the official trailer, it gives me enough time to forget everything that I just watched. But one thing that really stuck with me most is that the fact that there's something happening to Rocket, and I don't want anything to happen to Rocket. So I really didn't want him to die. So every time a poster drops and I reshare it on my story, I keep saying like, I'm really gonna lose my shit if Rocket dies in this movie. And yeah. And I did share why I'm kind of scared because there's a podcast wherein Peter Quill and Rocket are the main characters. And then, sadly, Rocket died, and then I cried my heart out in that pod. Which is weird, because nakikinig lang ako ng podcast drama, tapos naiyak ako. That's how good it was, and that's how connected I am with Rocket and Peter. So, I was super, super, super nervous for this film. So, ayun yung thoughts ko before watching Volume 3. How about you?
Ako, so since napanood ko yung trailer, pero like, I didn't assume anyone would die. Anyone, especially from the team. Siguro, close connection nila, ganun. So, parang, pero may feeling na rin. Feeling lang. Feeling lang ako nung time na like, there's, like, someone from the team is going to have a near-death experience, ganun. Near-death,
that's
parang,
true.
syempre, hindi naman yung death talaga. Parang, alam ko, may feeling na ako na, medyo na foreshadow ko na, walang mamamatay dito. Near-death lang. Pero low-key, kahit parang nandun na yung signs na it's Rocket, hindi ko pa rin talaga feel na si Rocket siya yung near death. Kahit pa
Yeah.
trailers, blah, blah, blah. Like, parang, hindi siya yung, ayaw mo yun? Parang, siya lang yung tina-target. Like, siya lang yung tina-target ng villain na they want something from him, they want him, kasi, I don't know, experiment lang.
Yeah.
Parang
And
gagawin
also,
ransom. Parang ransom lang.
yeah, that was also great because I didn't know who the fuck High Evolutionary was. I didn't really do any research before watching. So I didn't know who was the villain, and I don't know what's the reason behind Rocket being the target, quote unquote, the target. So it was really, really interesting, and I was super excited before watching this movie. And I'm so glad I went for IMAX for this one again.
Sabi sa'yo, worth it yung IMAX eh.
Right. It was really, really worth it. Now, speaking of IMAX, I know that we kind of talked about it earlier, but thoughts while watching Volume 3. Ano naisip natin? Aside from IMAX, that it was super great.
Ako muna.
Yeah. Go, 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 go.
So parang, nung pinapanood ko na, grabe kasi umpisa pa lang, tama no, umpisa pa lang mga baby raccoons.
Yeah, the first scene
diba?
was Baby
Sabi ko,
Rocket in the
baby
kennel.
Rockets.
Baby
rockets.
raccoons. And then that was, you know what, that's kind of like symbolic because everyone was running away but he's the only one looking.
Oo. So alam mo siya yun.
Yeah, alam mo siya yun. Like, it makes me wonder why he was the one chosen. Because he's looking. And then also, why was he looking? And he was so cute in the scene, but then he was scared.
No,
so it's like,
laki ng mata niya.
Yeah.
So parang doon pa lang, na ako, parang on edge. Parang parang alert ako na, oh shit, this might be it for Rocket, parang ganun. Pero I was really worried the whole time kasi hindi ko talaga alam if Rocket would really die or what. Parang, ano ba gagawin sa kanya? Eksperimento, gagawin ransom, puputulin yung paa, ganun. Magiging robotic yung paa. Kasi di ba sa first Guardians of the Galaxy, sinasabi niya, sa actually, kahit ibang parts. Kagaya nung kay, sino to? Winter Soldier, how much for the arm?
Oh, yeah.
Diba?
Oh, my
So sabi ko
God.
parang,
Nirigalo ni Nebula. For Christmas, binigay niya yung arm ni Bucky for Rocket. Oh my God.
diba? So sabi ko, diba isip agad ako, baka magkakaroon ng cybernetic arm tong si Rocket.
Or baka siya yung kukuhanan ng cybernetic parts.
Ganun.
Yeah, or something like
so
that.
talagang very, siya, mapapa on edge ka. Parang, on high alert ka na, baka may mangyari biglaan out of nowhere. Talagang very suspense yung nangyari. Suspense-ish.
Yeah, and I really appreciate the backstory, honestly.
Oo,
The
maganda
way
yung
that
pagkagawa.
it flashes back and forth, and I do think that the backstories were presented at the moment that they were like it adds more to the current story, you know what I mean? So it was really really great. And
Kino-complement yung current status, current na
could
nangyayari.
yeah, and ayun nga, sobrang during I was crying. I was crying a lot over Rocket, and then at the end, it was really, really like a feel good, like sad, happy moment. Like I said earlier, it was like happy, happy, sad. But Rocket is like sad, sad. Honestly, it was a really sad, sad moment, and I'm like, what else? Yeah, it
Alam mo yun,
was.
grabe kasi yung puppy eyes niya, eh.
Yeah, it's a puppy eyes. And then the voice was like, I don't know how Bradley Cooper was able to do the Baby Rocket voice. But then at the end of the backstory, medyo naririnig ko na si Bradley Cooper doon.
Si
Yung
Bradley
Bradley.
Cooper din ba? Kahit yung baby.
I believe so, yeah. Because Vin Diesel did the Baby Groot
Ah, oh
voice.
yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like it's like they just tried the baby. I mean, they did like the baby voice and then they did more voice edits on that. Pero kasi nung before yung mga sobrang batang Rocket, hindi ko talaga marinig si Rocket na kilala natin now. So
True.
that was very like, oh my god, did life after High Evolutionary really changed him a lot? Because he started having an accent too. Right? Like New Yorker accent. Is that it? Yeah, 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 yeah.
Nakuha niya siguro kaka-explore ng galaxy.
Oo, parang naging mas feisty na din yung accent niya. Pero,
Mas palaban.
yeah, oo, mas palaban. So that was really, really great. The movie's like really funny too. That's
Coffee.
really, that's really great because that's one of the things about Guardians of the Galaxy that's really, ayun talaga yung brand nila, very on brand. Ang ganda ng soundtrack. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not kind of familiar with the soundtracks because some of it, like from the 90s, and
Old songs.
yeah, they're like kind of new but like still old, you know what I mean?
Ah.
Like yung Creep sa umpisa. Pero what also, speaking of Creep, what I noticed that ang daming acoustic guitar instrumentals this time.
Maganda yung implementation ng
Oo, with
mga
intention kasi.
yung mga previous, mga lumang songs. I mean, di man
Mm-mm.
masabing luma, pero like, alam mo yun, 80s, 90s songs, 70s,
Mm-mm.
80s, 90s songs sa Guardians. Kasi kahit yung volume 1 pa lang, naging yung theme song nila.
Yeah, with intention talaga.
Mm-mm.
With intention, like, kasi si Peter, di ba, tapos, ayun lang yung connection niya sa Earth. With Volume 2, same thing, ayun din yung connection niya with Earth.
Mm-mm.
Kaya lang nagbabago yung soundtrack kasi meron ng bagong tape, di ba?
True.
This time, meron siyang bagong iPod, so there's more songs into it. And I think, for me more intentional na yung, for me, ngayon ko lang din talaga napansin, na more intentional yung sounds. I feel like, sa dami ng guitar sounds in this movie, is because, of the tone of the movie, which is very heartfelt, very sad, and very acoustic in a sense. So this is like the first time that I realized while watching with intention na, oh my god,
Mm-mm.
oh my god, ganon, diba? And also, yeah, during I cried, we cried a lot. We cried a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Talagang,
diba?
actually sabi ko pa sa'yo yun eh, nahihiyak ako. Like, parang nagsabi pa talaga ako. Nahihiyak, parang naluluha ako. O,
Bumulong ka
bumulo
din.
pa ako. Pero like, talagang sabi ko, sige, parang kaya naman. Kasi may nagulat na lang din ako, may tumutulo sa mata ko.
Naluluha na, oo. Tangin na, I had to push my glasses out, you know. Cause like, if I put
Oh,
my glasses too
nakikita
up, yung pilikmata, basta, tas magaganaga sa salamin. So, I had to like wipe my eyes and I had to wipe my glasses.
nakikita kita sa peripheral ko eh. Galaw to ng galaw ng salamin niya. So sinisilip ko, lumuluha, ay umiiyak.
Pinapa, gumagano.
Oo, barado na yung ilong.
Barado, labas tissue. Ayun. Now,
Mm.
after crying, what was the movie like after? What do we think after?
Okay, so ako, for me, yeah, it's kind of sad. Sad lang siya kasi, alam mo yun, parang you don't want that to happen to your pet. Ganun yung vibe. Na nahihirapan sila. Tapos parang, yun nga sabi ko kanina, hindi ako masyado na sad doon sa na-disband sila. Pero like, I'm just happy for them. Kasi malay natin, they just really need to take a break after all that's happened. And then, it's like, it's okay. It's sad. Parang, yeah, it's just a sad vibe overall. malungkot siya pero at least we know that no one really died. Like, okay silang lahat. Parang yung expectations ng Rocket's gonna possibly die or like yung kay Quill, at least wala na yun. Yung pinaka-ano lang talaga, na-disband sila. Pero at least they're all alive. One call away lang sila.
Yeah. You keep saying that they disbanded. And it's
Syempre,
bothering me.
parang ano sila. Kasi syempre kaya ko ginagamit yung disbanded kasi parang, alam mo si Quill kasi di ba very
He's a
old
leader. He's a
old, very,
captain.
yeah, captain siya pero very old school. Like, ang gusto niya yung mga songs from the past. Parang, alam mo yung, pag may
Like
band.
disbanded, like the Beatles.
Oo, ganon.
Like
So,
using
yun yung
that
naisip
term.
ko.
Okay, I'm sorry, Quill, because I'm a K-pop stan. So I know when some people go away, it's more like subgroups. And I don't know why I use NCT as an example. I'm sorry. But yeah, NCT lang alam ko kasi diba ang dami ng NCT. Tapos ang dami nilang subgroups, which is like NCT Dream and then the other NCT.
Parang the Beatles lang na disbanded. So parang, alam mo
Disbanded.
yun, parang yung term na yun is
Very loaded
very applicable for Quill.
for Quill because
For
it's
Quill lang.
because
Kasi
it's
parang,
old
siya
as
yung,
shit. Ganon, charot.
oo, kasi siya yung pinakahuling character na makikita mo dun sa ano eh. Like, bumalik kasi siya sa Earth. So, parang, syempre, yun yung mafe-feel mo na vibe na, they disbanded. Just like the Beatles.
That's the vibe that you felt. For
Yeah.
me, it was like a subgroup, a K-pop subgroup. Yeah. Parang ano lang, parang for example, Nowhere is still Guardians of the Galaxy, you know. But then when at the last scene, at the mid-credit scene, I believe, the Guardians of the Galaxy, si Rocket and Groot na lang yung nandoon. Kasi I feel like they're slowly training everyone, you know.
Mm-mm.
And it also makes sense that they need some of the main people at home, at Nowhere, because that's Nowhere, and someone's gotta like protect them as well. So
Mm-mm.
it's like Guardians of Nowhere, and then some other people are like Guardians of the Galaxy. So see, I told you they're like kind of like subgroups, subgroups of the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? See, K-pop stan. You know the girl, the kid, and the kid that they rescued that went Juju Mabubu, whatever the
Yeah.
hell that she's saying. Yeah, I bet that she knows what I'm talking about. The subgroups. She knows. Didn't she say Britney Spears? Do you remember?
Hindi. I don't remember.
Because you were crying. But I remember. Because I was waiting for her to say BTS. I'm sorry. But then she said Britney Spears. So I understand. I feel like we need to give Rocket a new iPad. So there's going to be like 2020 songs. Yeah. Because you guys know BTS is canon in the MCU. Thank you, Eternals. Wow. But yeah, anyway.
So, ikaw, yun lang ba yung sa'yo?
Honestly, I want to talk more. But I feel like we gotta save some for next episode, you know.
Yeah.
Right? So, is there anything else we'd like to add before we finally end this episode?
Watch it in IMAX, guys.
Yes, please. Please watch it in IMAX if can. If you guys
If can.
If can. It's really worth it. And yeah, there's a lot of reasons why it's worth it. Sabi nga namin, it's very immersive and the visuals are very much like you're in a theme park.
Mm-mm.
I'd say, yeah, we watched Wakanda Forever in
Regular lang
IMAX.
tayo na una eh.
No, yeah, in regular first and then in IMAX. So,
Yeah.
it was great in IMAX, but compared to Guardians, it was not like immersive at all. So, yeah, I know
Pero,
that
like,
we value our money, so go for
Pero
go
if
for
inuna natin
Guardians.
yung IMAX sa Wakanda Forever, parang,
Medyo maano tayo, ma-feel off, I feel like. Kasi, for me ha, kapag kasi pagkagastos ka sa IMAX, make sure na it's really for IMAX in a sense, you know.
yeah.
Oo. Tsaka, suneta din tayo sa Guardians of the Galaxy kasi the IMAX here is like, I mean, the CGI here is also includes like the characters, the environment, the challenges that they went through, you know what I mean? So, pati yung fight scenes, ano siya, CGI. So, parang syempre, automatic kapag computerized, maganda yun sa IMAX. So, biglang ganon. Pero yeah, so that's our last message. Please,
Yes.
Please go watch. And you know the drill. You guys know the drill. Message us. Message me because I'm the one who's gonna reply to you. Message
Ako
us
lang po
on
tagakuha ng
Instagram.
notif.
O, tagan kuya na notif. Sasabihan ako ng, uy, basahin mo na. Nag-reply na.
Oy, may chat na. Pansinin mo naman.
Sige na, papansinin ko na. Ito na.
Ako rin
Yeah.
yung podcast mo yan. Hindi iba yan. Yung notifs na yan, podcast yan. Huwag mo
Podcast mo
awayin.
yan. Podcast mo yung nag-notif. Ganun. Oh my God.
Sino yan? Sino yan?
Podcast mo! Podcast mo. But yeah, anyway, next episode, we're going to be talking about all of the characters in Guardians of the Galaxy, and we're going to be reflecting on their character arcs, right?
Yes.
So we kind of talked about them here, but we're going to be talking about them more in that episode. So, thanks everyone.
Thank you guys. Sorry. Thanks
Okay.
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you, everyone. Talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Pinoy MCU Fan. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To connect with me, you can follow or message me on social media at the.PinoyMCUFan. The Pinoy MCU Fan is part of the Bunk Collective. Discover more podcasts at thebunkph.com and follow us on social media at thebunkph. That's it, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!